Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I just found this out. I had seen a little bit of a headline, but I didn't think too much about it. It said something about season 2 of Wednesday being delayed or something. I didn't think too much about it. I thought, oh, the actor's probably doing another project, or Tim Burton's doing another project, or, it's just, scheduling. And then I found out, oh no, something very different has happened. Basically, Amazon bought MGM, and MGM owns the Addams Family. So they were the ones who produced Wednesday. This was finalised in March of this year. So they just produced their competitor's biggest hit in years. I mean, it's like number 3 or 4 after like Stranger Things and Squid Game. I think Squid Game, Stranger Things, it's in the top 5 basically. And yeah, it was produced by a rival, Amazon. It's like, oh, we're producing our competition's biggest show. That's not going to fly for a second season, clearly. So, I mean, Addams Family just can't cut a break. The original show, there were issues between the comic strip and the show. Once they made it into a TV show, the New Yorker wouldn't print the cartoon anymore because they felt it was common now because it was on a TV show. Before you had to buy the New Yorker to read his cartoon, so they felt like he cheapened it. So he didn't appear in the New Yorker until the guy in charge of the New Yorker died, and he had about a year or two of being back in the New Yorker, and then Charles Addams died. So that was like a 30-year ban, basically. So that was the first issue. And then when they were trying to get the show produced, there were issues between rights because Charles Addams's ex-wives were claiming ownership and so forth. And then when he died, it all went to one of his wives, and she was negotiating. She wasn't like a Hollywood producer. So there were a lot of issues with getting shows up, and like there was a big problem with MGM. Paramount wanted to do a movie. 20th Century Fox was doing it, but then they negotiated with Orion or something. Like just it's just been a mess negotiating the rights for the Addams Family. And then you finally get to Wednesday, and they do it. The show, it's more like Riverdale or Monster High or whatever. It's its own universe. It's really not the Addams Family. But it's a huge hit. Everyone loves it. And now the second season is going to be produced by Amazon. Are they going to hire the exact same people and just move the whole team over? Or are they going to start new and do their version of it? Because every producer, every company thinks they will do a better job, or they want all the rights. They want all the money. So they want to do it themselves, and they won't want to use someone else's character or characterization or someone else's image or someone else's marketing or design. So I can't imagine the show is just going to continue on with the exact same production team, the exact same production, and get just a continuation of season 2 of Wednesday. And Amazon's not going to allow that. They're going to take it over, and they'll probably ruin it. They might make it better. They'll probably ruin it. I can't see them just letting Netflix and just do another season, and them just sitting by and letting them get all that success when it's their property. I don't see that happening. It's happened with Netflix and Paramount, because Netflix had like the exclusive rights to Star Trek and basically created Star Trek Discovery, or funded it at least. And then when Paramount Plus happened, Netflix basically dropped Star Trek Discovery 1 or 2 days before the international launch of the 4th season, just because they were competition and they wanted to hurt them. They didn't want to support them because they basically were building this brand that was going to Paramount Plus. Same thing happened with a bunch of DC, it was a DC superhero shows that were being produced by Netflix. Once Disney bought Marvel, they basically just cut them all, even though they were hits, even though people loved them, just cut them, and then no one could continue them because there were rights issues and that. And now, a few years later, I think they're thinking of going back and doing Daredevil and that again, but they can't basically use the same designs and actors and characterizations that were done in the Netflix series, because it's just a mess, and it's not always the right decision artistically. Often it's just the egos and the financial concerns of the companies and the owners of the IP, and it's the audience that suffers because good shows get cut or changed or altered or can't be what they should be because someone doesn't want to pay the people who created that image or that design, so they want to create their own version, which is not what we want to see, but what they get to market and merchandise. It's just, so yeah, I find this fascinating and worrying, and I'm just wondering what's going to happen with Wednesday Season 2. Is it going to be delayed by protracted negotiations so it can maintain what it was, or will they just take it over and do their version of it and it'll be something totally different that'll either be a hit or a miss? I don't know, but I'm just finding out about this now and I'm like, oh wow, really? Okay. Of course we can't just get a couple of years of an Addams Family show without any issues. Okay, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment. Did I already say that? I can't remember. I'm going.